Okay, Chapter 5, Part 2. We had previously looked at unique, grep, com, and diff, and just finished up diff. On Part 2, we start with SED, S-E-D. It's a stream editor. So what it'll do as a stream editor is go ahead, read the input text, and then change it or manipulate it in any way the command states. So a couple of things in Project 5.9 to start with. There's a -f parameter. Now, on our first couple of examples, don't use this, but there's a -f option that you can go ahead and add a script file into it. So whenever you see that -f in the sed command, is that you are adding a file into the command process in some way. Now, the first example that we have is just taking a look at zoo1, and we know what zoo1 looks like. And -n displays only those lines that are selected. So it's going to show lines 2 and 3 and then print those to the output. So if we go over here, I've ran some of these before. So it's showing the lines 2 and 3. It's printing the output from zoo1. Now remember, zoo1 looks like that. So lines 2 and 3 are lions and lions. Now, we'll go ahead and let's do lines 3 through 5. It's actually 3, 5, 3 through 5. And that shows us lions, camels, and elephants. Okay, next is we're going to go ahead and look for a particular occurrence in Corp Phones 2. So we'll look for Mitchell. Now, let's take a look. Corp Phones 2. So that's what Corp Phones 2 looks like. So we will, and again, I ran the command previously. I think that's it right there. So that's stream editor. It goes ahead and pulls out any occurrence of Mitchell and the entire line out of that particular file. Now, of course, remember you can write these to a file using the redirector sign. All right, we want to go ahead and search for lions and replace it with tigers out of zoo1. So again, we know what zoo1 looks like. So we'll clear. And then we will pull up that previous command. And again, search for lions, replace it with tigers, print that output. The input file is zoo1. So in this case, we've changed lions has been changed to tigers. Okay, let's see some additional things with the sed command. Okay, just want to go ahead and run through a couple of these commands on the Linux side again, just to be sure I've got the right files all sorted out. Again, the -f is saying add another script file to the command. So in this case, it's again a stream editor said we want to add more companies to this file, companies. Now, more companies looks like this: Harley Davidson / Walmart / and Murdoch's. Okay, the slash needs to come at the end of the additional companies, not the last one in the list. The $A/ means add these. So if we go and take a look at cat more companies, that's what that looks like. Cat companies. We see the list, Cromwell through Pullman. So if we go ahead and add one file to the other, let's see, where are we? Right there. We want to go ahead and add more companies to companies. And so the -f is saying this is an additional file to be appended. So Cromwell through Pullman, but we've added Harley through Murdoch's. Okay. The next command we'll take a look at, again, we will use a script file. And in this script file, it's saying we're going to look for Morgan, replace it with target. Okay, so company replaces /s/Morgan/target/. So again, searching for Morgan replaced with Target. Okay, let's take a look at these files. Cat companies, is it company or companies? Company. Replace. Okay, so we can verify that. Companies. So we're seeing Morgan. All right, and then we will that's what we're looking for, is right here. We're going to replace Morgan with Target. And that's what we see happening right here. Okay, hold on. Okay, now we'll go ahead and translate characters. So there's some cases where you want to change the case of a character or the case of a series of characters. Maybe make everything uppercase, maybe make everything lowercase. So in this situation, translate as TR, and then what do we want to translate? The lowercase e, we want to change it to an uppercase e, and we want to feed zoo1 into this particular command. So it's redirecting zoo1 into this command. So after the command is ran, we can see that the lowercase e's have been changed to uppercase e's. So we can see that here with cat zoo1, so we know what we're looking at. Again, I'm just being redundant. You should be too. Make sure before you do a command that the files that you're working with are there and that they're correct. Otherwise, you'll be running commands, and I've done this 1,000 times myself. The original files are not there. So, just a mistake. I sort that out, and I get the original files there, and I'm good to go. Now, so we can see with the original file zoo1 lowercase e's, I'm going to go ahead and translate that lowercase to uppercase e's and then feed zoo1 into it. And then we can see the uppercase e's. Okay, that works out pretty well. We can go ahead and put basically a header on to a file. So in this case, we have zoo1 we want to feed into this particular command. So the PR is going to print a -h header. So when we print this out to the screen, we're going to go ahead and just put a date, the timestamp on here as part of the header information. And then what's in our quotes, the heading within our quotes. Okay, so if we go ahead and run that, let's clear this. So we know what zoo1 looks like. I'll go ahead and pull up the previous command. We want to go ahead, print with the header, zoo animals and their food, and tie it onto the top of zoo1. Now, this is going to scroll down quite a bit. I haven't decided exactly why, other than some additional character returns in my original zoo1 file. But if you scroll back up, if you do this and you scroll back up, you can go ahead and see that the timestamps slapped on here, the title is put on, and the page number is added to the particular file that you're working with. Now, also, so I'll just hit enter on that. Okay, I just brought up a command here just to add to this. We're going to print the file out just like we did, the header information. We're going to use zoo1. We're going to append the header information to zoo1. But now we're going to go ahead and redirect the output to test.txt. Now, that'll go ahead, there we go. That'll go ahead and create that file. Now it's going to scroll by quickly, or you probably won't even see it. It's at the top, same situation. We can't see the top end of that file. So what we are going to do is cat test.txt. We're going to add the pipe and then more, which means one page at a time. We'll view it one page at a time. Lowercase. There we go. So we can see one page at a time. Hit enter or hit the space bar to go ahead to the next page. It's empty. We can go ahead and quit out of that. Okay, so using the PR command. Okay, finally, we want to go ahead and take a look at, and we don't have any assignments using this, but let's take a look quickly at shell scripting. So, and I think it's project 16 through 516 through 520 has us work with scripts and applications. So you can go ahead and do this if you want. I don't think I have any of those assigned, but I'll double check. This is basically why I want us to look at it. This is a script file that we've talked about a little bit. We have some additional commands. We have cutting some information out of the project. We want to sort it. We want to find the unique information out of that and then print that out using awk. And because we're using awk is why I don't want to go ahead and use that. So it's going to go ahead and print out some information to a temporary file, cut some more information, join the two based upon a common field, and then print the report. So the point is that your pound signs are comments. We have some commands. We're printing out a report, and that's what shell scripting will look like. So I think that's the point. This is what your shell scripting will look like. I don't think I want to add anything to that at this point in time, but within your PowerPoint presentation here, within this, just to conclude, we have some of the commands with some of the options that we talked about. More commands with some of the options we talked about. And then nothing here really at the end other than some of the commands that we've used for our presentation. So I think that concludes Chapter 5, Parts 1 and Part 2. Thank you very much.